Good morning. No, it's not morning. Let me change these effects up here. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm so glad that you decided to tune in today. I'm excited about everything right now. You dig? We're just gonna do this for right now. Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. So glad that you guys could drop in and tune in today. I am excited that you did decide to do it today. There's no other place I'd rather be than being here this fine early evening with you guys. This is your spiritual leader, Jay Bell, here from Life Changing Spiritual Center. And today is the teachings of Jay Bell. And I am going to get into it. Yes, I'm going to get into it. And I just like to get my mind in a place of stillness where I'm not so busy. And you probably can do the same. Just still your mind. I guess today's subject, I'm going to talk about sometimes having, I'm going to talk about beggars and I'm going to talk about non-beggars. Which way is the best way to live? Which way is the best way not to live, or whatever, however you want to see it. But what I want to say is that if you have a Bible, I mean, I am coming out of the Holy Bible, the teachings of Jesus Christ, coming out of that word, that Bible. I did get this verse from there, where it was a story where there was a woman who had this ointment, and the ointment was extremely expensive, and she decided to use it on Jesus. So expensive ointment, expensive ointment she had, and what she wanted to do was let me go back. So if you read in the story, it does say like how Jesus understood what they were saying was because when they seen the woman pouring that oil on him, that expensive oil, what was it, the alabaster box, that's what it's called. When it was pouring that oil on him, they just felt like, oh wow, why are we wasting oil? We could have sent this oil and gave it to we could have sold the oil and spread the money out for the poor. So even though they said, oh, we could spread it out and we can give it to the poor, Jesus still understood and knew that really wasn't their real heart. They were just saying like the most reasonable thing around him. Well, we could have, at the least, we could have done this, gave it to the poor. And he said, so it made me think like, man, we got to think about how that woman may have thought about the oil. The oil may have not been expensive to her. And she may have not seen price. She may have not seen the same value as the other disciples have seen the disciples. Maybe she knew that it was extremely expensive, and she knew that she just wanted to just do this for him. Why? I don't know why she wanted to do it, but she just wanted to do it. So he said, the poor will always be with you. So if the poor is always with you, who are the poor? Who are the poor? And this is the point I want to get to you. The poor is those people who always beg. The poor is those, you could be filthy rich and still be one of the poor. Because all you do is want, and want to get. You're always begging, you're always begging, you're always begging, you're always begging. So if you always begging, you are the poor. That's why it is easier for you to just, that's why it says it's easier for a camel to enter than it is for a rich man. What is expensive to you? Really, that's nothing, because that oil was nothing but material. It was something that you could taste, touch, see, smell. And if we are standing on taste, touch, see, and smelling, that the things that don't matter, the things that's really nothing but a illusion, that's not real, that thing that's going to pass away, why do we search for those things so much? Why do we beg for those things so much? We don't need to. We don't need to. We don't need to. We don't have to beg. So what do we do? What do we do, Jay? What do we do? I want things. I desire things. So you ask me not to ask? No, I'm saying you're always asking. But the poor man is always valuing these materialistic things. These things don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. Materials don't matter. Materials don't matter. He said the poor will always be with you. Because there's always going to be someone begging. I don't care what economical status you're on. If you're being greedy, you're acting like a poor man. How do we check ourselves? We align ourselves up with God, with Source. And begin to change your thinking about things. Like change your thinking like this stuff out here is worth nothing. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Is it nice to have these things? Yes. But if I value those things more than I value myself, then that's an issue. That's a problem. That's a way where you push yourself out of alignment with God, out of alignment with Source. If you're a beggar, you're poor, because the only thing you do is want. I want this, I want this, I want this. I always want more. The poor will always be with us. The more you let go, the more you have. I'm going to say that again. The more you let go, the more you have. And it's freedom in letting go. It's freedom in letting go, because when you let go, you're saying, when you let go, this is what you're saying. You're saying, I'm letting go because there's more. I'm letting go because I can expand. I'm letting go because this is just the beginning. I'm letting go because this is never ending. Like there's never an end to this. So there's no need for you to hoard. There's no need for you to be greedy. There's no need for you to want and just keep wanting and try to keep stuff for yourself. There's no need for it. That stuff does not matter. So when you let go, this is what you're saying. I'm letting go so I can have. I'm letting go so I can expand. I'm letting go so I can grow. You're letting go so you can do these things. So stop holding on to things. Stop holding on to things that you can taste, touch, see, smell. Taste, touch, see, smell. Stop holding on to those things, because those things, they're irrelevant. They're meaningless. If you want to explain, if you want to grow, you got to release those things. They can't have more value than you. They can't be more valuable than yourself. They can't be more valuable than you. Just like when we're at home, in the old days we grew up and certain living rooms we couldn't get on. They used to keep the plastic on the couch. We value those things more than we even value ourselves. And that could go into a whole nother part. So don't be a beggar. Don't be a poor man. Don't be that. Because what he want to do is greater. It's greater than what our carnal mind can see, our carnal mind can imagine. So, don't be a poor man. Don't be a beggar. You guys let go and release so you can expand. Release so you can expand. Release it so you can expand. You cannot put more value on other things than yourself. Yeah. Release it and let it go so you can expand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the teaching of Jay Bell. I hope I said something that has encouraged you, that had enlightened you. I'm so glad to be here. There's no other place I'd rather be right now than to be among you guys. I'm just going to sit here and just play just a little bit. Joy is the key. Thank you guys. I love you. Life Change Spiritual Center. This is a place where we love to be joyful and peaceful. Stay happy. Thank you. Bye-bye.